And so our life is kind of like in a form of a wave too. And that's why we have our ups and our downs. And we need our downs to go up again. Hola, welcome back to another video podcast. This is Misa. And today I'm wearing this thing because I actually came back from Thailand and I still feel like I'm I'm in Thailand. So I was like, why not kind of dress up kind of Thailand? I don't know. Actually, I was really surprised by a lot of the things. First of all, if you are new here, my name is Misa, and I usually am not wearing this, but I usually have this podcast with my little sister Yuka. Today, I'll be doing this all by myself. And on this podcast, we usually talk about just and I currently live in Tokyo, and I grew up in the States. And on this podcast, we just talk about random things that we relate to each week, and we hope you relate to as well. And so I just traveled to Thailand last week, I think. I forgot already. But it was a really interesting trip. I went to this place called Chiang Mai, which is an hour and a half north of Bangkok. So I flew over to Chiang Mai. I actually didn't really do any research. My friend did a lot of research, and so we just explored a lot. And I was this person of go to Europe, go to the Western civilization, and I never had the chance to explore Southeast Asia until this time. And Southeast Asia is a whole new different universe, I think. Southeast Asia is something has one of the best foods in the world, some of the best people in the world, and some of the best products. This shirt, if you're watching the YouTube version, this shirt was handmade by this woman that I actually bought directly from her. And this is all 100% linen, and they just have the most amazing fabric and material, and no wonder why there are so many businesses that are based on Thailand products, and it was just really eye-opening for me. Anyways, today, I want to be talking about my trip to Thailand, but I don't think that's really interesting. If I have any epiphanies from my Thailand trip, I'll make another podcast. But today I want to be talking about how to get out of a rut. How to get out of a rut. Because honestly, I feel April in Japan, usually, April is a time of new things. The new year starts. So we're all kind of hustling. And then May, we're dead. We run. We take a sprint in April, and then we die in May. I think that is the right way to describe it. But yeah, and I also literally died in May. I was I don't know, I think I ran too fast in April, and then May was the time of I need to have a rest. Anyways, so I was actually in a so the title is what to do when you're feeling unmotivated. Okay, when you're feeling unmotivated. So yeah, and I was feeling so unmotivated, kind of in a rut, and I actually wanted to quit everything that I was doing, everything. I love video creation. I love this content creation thing. I love teaching English. I love teaching dance. I love doing everything. But I wanted to quit everything. And I was why am I feeling like this? Right? I was just feeling so unmotivated and in a rut too. I didn't know what brought me joy. Do you get that feeling sometimes? Is it just me? Is it you too? Anyways, so I want to be talking about like, yeah, what to do when you're feeling unmotivated, because now I am feeling a lot more motivated. So the first thing I want to say is that when you are feeling unmotivated and when you don't want to do anything, it's a sign that your body is telling you to slow down. And to slow down because you've worked so hard. So it's a sign that your body is telling you, hey, you should stop for a moment and pat yourself on the shoulders and tell yourself you're doing a really good job. You did a lot. So sometimes when we're feeling unmotivated or like when we're in a rut, we think that it is all negative. Like, oh, why am I feeling this way? Because like, like everyone's hustling these days and everyone's kind of like trying to get to their next destination, next. And then we don't really take the time to appreciate yourself with all of your efforts, right? With all of your efforts. So yeah, I think like feeling of unmotivation, is that a word? Demotivation. Feeling unmotivated is a sign, not a negative sign, but I think it's a positive sign that your body is actually patting yourself on the shoulders and be like, hey, you're doing a good job. You did really well. I need a rest. Something like that, right? So first of all, I think it's definitely a very positive sign. The second step is you need to accept them. I think like I think it's hard for me to like accept that I'm tired sometimes. It's like kind of toxic. I don't know. My sister tells me that I have like some toxic traits that I need to fix. LOL. And this hat is kind of in the way. Okay, anyways. So yeah, so like one thing is that you need to accept that you are you have worked really hard and that you can rest. And the third thing is like when you don't want to do anything, I feel like it's okay to take a break. I'm not saying like to call it quits forever, like quit cold turkey, but I think it's okay to take a break. So I'm usually involved in many things, but around end of May until like now actually, I actually was like taking a break from a lot of things outside of content creation and work related things, and I was like kind of like slowing it down. I was telling people, hey, I am a little bit demotivated, like I'm not feeling too well. I need to take a break. And so I did. I gave myself a little break, telling myself it's okay. I went over to Thailand to see a different side of the world. I hung out and like made like different kind of things. I did like stuff that I wouldn't maybe do outside on my normal day-to-day activities. And I like cleaned the house. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's like really good to clean your floor with like wet towel. With a wet towel. Is that mizubuki? Yeah. Like cleaning your floor is really good. It's like really good to kind of open up a lot of like just like I think it's like good to clear up some things. Yeah. So that's what I was been doing. And I was kind of like accepting myself that I was like really tired. And I'm not tired anymore, and I actually feel now I feel in hindsight like, oh, what a baby I was, right? I was like feeling that way last night, but I realized that I needed that break. I needed to kind of stop doing what I was doing in order to even feel this way. And now I feel that I want to be more disciplined with whatever I'm doing. I want to respond quicker to a lot of the messages that I'm getting. I want to do a lot of things better. I want to put more heart and energy into to every little bits in my life every day. So yeah, like I feel like it's okay to take a break if you're kind of feeling unmotivated. Maybe this is trite, and you've heard of this before, but maybe this is like a message that I can also offer as well. It's like totally fine to take a break, and it's actually better to take a break because like our like life is kind of going in this wave form, right? Like we have like the sound wave, we have like the ocean waves, like all natural forms. It's in a form of a wave. And so our life is kind of like in a form of a wave too. And that's why we have our ups and our downs. And we need our downs to go up again. Does that make sense? And so it's okay to like kind of feel down a little bit, like feel unmotivated. You're just preparing to go up again. You know, when you jump, you have to bend your knees a little bit in order to leap. Like you can't jump or you can't take a leap without bending your knees. Does that make sense? And so that's like the same with life. Like you have to kind of bend your knees first before you take a jump. You can't just be like the same your whole life. Does that make sense? And so when you're feeling unmotivated next time, or like feeling a little bit like lack of energy next time, you just have to tell yourself you're just preparing to go up again. Like if your friend asks you, hey, like are you like you kind of feel like you don't have energy, or like, hey, are you okay? Just tell them it's okay. I'm preparing to jump. Okay? Does that even make sense? It makes sense to me. It really makes sense to me. But anyways. Yeah. So next time you feel down or unmotivated, you're just preparing. You're just preparing to go up again. Because you will. And during that preparation, be nice to yourself. Like, treat yourself. Say you're doing such a good job. You know what I mean? And then when you are ready to leap again, you'll be able to because you've bent enough to go up again. Does that make sense? Okay, well, anyways, it's becoming warm in Japan. I love warm. I'm like a living Olaf. I really want to be Olaf when I grow up. One of my dreams, actually. Yeah, it is getting warm. I love it. And I'm excited for summer. What are your plans for the summer? I have such bad like organization skills. Like I've never talked about organization on my podcast. I'm so not organized. But yeah, it's really hard to organize my summer plans because I have so many things that I want to do. And maybe I'll talk about how I'm trying to organize as a very unorganized person. But anyways, yeah, what are your plans for the summer? If you have like topic requests, you can just like comment down below, or you can message me on Instagram. I'll definitely reply to you in English or Japanese. Anything is fine. Yeah, okay. Or topic requests are like questions about life or career. I've gone through a lot of career stuff. About like your future. Let's talk about your future. We can talk about finances as well. I'm trying to like understand that as well. If you're starting something new, and if you want motivation, you can ask me for motivation. I am like a living cheerleader. Yeah, anyways. Okay, this is like a really quick, short podcast from Thailand. Just kidding. Thailand style. Okay. Anyways, I thank you so much for listening until the very end. I really, really hope that you guys are having a great day and a great life. And I'll see you guys in my next video. And thank you so much for listening. I am beyond blessed. Beyond blessed that you guys are always listening, and I have a really fun time taking this podcast every week. Yay! Okay, so see you next time. Bye!